Welcome back to the Everybody Hates You podcast with your host, J Shuler and Myraq. On this episode 306, Dealing with Death, we talk about death, spirituality, and what it means to us. Take the dive. Welcome back to the Everybody Hates You podcast. I'm your host, J Shuler, and this is
Myraq.
And we're back with part 2 of season 3. We took a little hiatus, and now we back. We back in these streets.
And that's just that on that.
Yeah. I thought y'all was safe, but y'all not.
And
it's
you're not.
Gang. We back.
Because y'all not safe at all, okay?
I told you. We told you. We out here.
Period. And it's the start of fall. I'm excited.
It is. I'm
already ready. It ain't even that cold outside. I got my little sweater on.
It ain't even that cold outside. I've been trying to layer up, and it's not that time yet. But
it's
I'm
the
trying.
weather's being bipolar though.
It is.
Some days it'd be a little chilly. Then I walked outside today. I was like, oh, maybe I should have looked at the weather app before I came outside, but I was ready.
For real though, I'm like ready to wear jeans. I was
right,
like
I'm ready
not
to
quite
be
there.
Yeah, I'm ready to be in these sweaters and hoodies.
We were supposed to take a bye week. We took like a 2-month bye week.
Yeah, I mean, but we both was busy. Jerome had his play.
Oh, which was a lot of fun. See, life been lifing because like I didn't know that the rehearsals for that was going to start in July for some reason, and that's the bad thing about me. So much going on. I didn't see that the rehearsals were starting in July. I thought they were starting in August.
Oh.
So it was like a whole month, like before I was expecting to like get in the mode of that, and I was like, then my whole schedule changed.
Yeah, I completely understand.
And then you were working and traveling,
doing hair, traveling
because it was summertime.
Yeah, I really didn't do a lot of traveling, but I was traveling. I only went like a couple places.
It's like you did all your traveling, which I thought was pretty cool. Like, and I might do it. Like, you did all your traveling like in 1 month.
Yeah, I kind of sort of like the beginning. It was like literally like it was beginning of the year, like March, April.
No,
May.
but I'm talking about in July. You had like you went to like.
I only went to DC. I thought. Did I go somewhere?
You went to out of the country. You went to Costa Rica.
No, I went there in May.
That wasn't May.
Yeah, it was May.
Are you serious?
Yeah, it was my birthday.
Oh my God, it was your birthday. It was a May. Yo, see, that's what I'm talking about with time. I don't have any.
Birthday, yeah.
That was a May?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Why is that
this year has been on like turbo or something. I was about to say hydraulics, but turbo.
That's like 4 months. I thought that was a month ago.
No.
Oh my.
It was May. Then I went to DC in July. And then I think I went to Brunswick in August, but that was just like some relaxing family thing.
Life is a blur.
Yeah. I've been chill this year. I haven't been traveling too much. It's probably because I've been working.
Yeah, it seemed like you had a lot going
business.
on that month though, because with the hair business and then the traveling that you did do, because it felt like it was one time.
Yeah.
It was 2 weekends where you
August. That was I had to go back home to Savannah.
And then you did DC.
DC was July.
See,
Yeah.
now it's adding up. You see, it's like
and I
May.
think because it's like I was going back home a lot this summer too.
That's good though.
But they're coming here now because I'm not going
when people
back.
talk about family, and when they like talk about them coming to visit them. And
Yeah, I'm sick of driving. I hate driving with a passion.
I did have my my sister, my brother-in-law, and my niece and nephew come visit in July.
Oh.
Yeah, because my niece had went to Italy, and then the weekend that they got back, they came to visit.
Okay. She flew in back here?
No, she went back to. They're in North Carolina.
Oh, okay.
It was like a school thing.
Okay. That's amazing.
Yeah,
like,
I was like
college or
high school.
And they went to Italy?
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
And then she's into video production, so she's always vlogging everything that she's doing.
That's good.
Yeah, so she took like a lot of nice photos. Seemed fun. So they came to visit and they just hung out for a weekend, and that was fun. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. But yeah, just
Yeah.
life and, you know.
Life has been life in.
And this is episode 3. Let me get the title up.
Is it episode 3 for real
I'm
or
not episode 3,
4?
it's episode 6.
Yeah, I'm like,
Because I had a guest host.
okay, yeah.
And we did what it was like to be a black dad in 2023. So that was episode 5. So this is episode 6, dealing with death. This is a little bit of a somber episode.
Yeah. I honestly was not prepared for that, y'all. I came in here all chipper. Now we're talking about death, and I'm like, should I be?
No, we should talk about it. I think at some point it will get sad, but I think in a celebration of life and the process of life, because it's a part of life.
It is. Yeah.
Okay.
Let's get started.
I know, right? It's like, let's just rip the band-aid off.
Because I just feel like, oh, I'm so awkward when it comes to this.
I know we were talking about it a little bit in the first episode, but number 1 is your first time experiencing a death of a family member, a friend, and a celebrity. Okay, so it's
So about
categories.
3 people.
Yeah, I know. Why did I do this? It's like
This
a little
is not funny. I'm gonna try to be
No,
serious.
so yeah, the first time
but
experience a death of a family member, then a friend, and then a celebrity.
I don't even think I ever lost one of my friends.
No, good for you, dude.
I don't think I have. Lord, forgive me if I'm forgetting anybody, but
It's traumatic. So if you
I
blocked
don't
it out, but
think
I don't think you'd block something like that
I don't
out.
think I lost a friend in death. Like I knew some people of my age that died, but like we weren't close or I didn't really talk to them. So I've never really lost a friend. I do feel bad when people my age are dying. It just gives me a reminder that life is too short. But like not
That's
nobody's really close to me.
and this is the thing about like when we just live our lives and like we don't have conversations like this because for some people things that are normal, like death happening a lot around them, like it's happened a lot around me with friends as well. So it's almost become normal in my life. And it's still
Yeah.
traumatic, but it's like normal. But to hear you be like, I don't have a friend at all,
Yeah,
you're
I really know people that die. Like I was around them before, but it wasn't like we were talking on an everyday basis. So
you're blessed.
yeah, I'm like I don't really think I ever had a friend die that moves me. But as far as like the closest family member that died to me that actually like moves me was my grandma. That sounds very like cliche, but it's the truth. And like I feel like after that death, I kind of like don't get emotional with death no more. Like I'll probably cry on the funeral and that's it. I think I like block it out. I don't really think I deal with it. Like I've probably been in my grandma's grave about 2 times.
Well,
And she's been dead since high school.
I was gonna ask you when you lost her. So high school. Okay.
Yeah.
Wowzers. And it
Yeah.
was like your close grandmother, like it was like
Yeah,
your
we used to go to her house every day after school.
it's like your mother's.
Yeah, my mom's grandma. I never met my dad's grandma
Okay.
or my dad's dad. They
Okay.
passed away before I was born.
Oh wow.
But yeah, my mom's grandma. I mean my mom's mom. Yeah, we used to see her all the time, be at the house all the time. She taught me a lot of my weird kinks with food, like putting ketchup in my grits and like boiling sausages so that the skin is rubbery and you eat the meat off the skin, then you chew the skin up afterwards. I get all that weird stuff from her. And chewing bones, y'all. Yes, I chew bones. I am not ashamed to admit it's good for your body. It's good for your health. Um, all those weird kinks I do, I got it from her. Like, yeah, I used to be over there all the time. Summertime be hot as hell in that house. But it was a nice experience. Could not lay on her couches. I used to get blessed though. I used to know just not to put your foot on there. But yeah, that's like the most traumatic death I ever had. And then after that, it's like I've lost other people in my family, but it not saying it didn't bother me. I just kind of knew that it's nothing I could do. And I know that they wouldn't want me sitting here crying all
Yeah.
day on my
Yeah.
hands and knees begging, why me? I don't know. I don't know. I think I deal with death differently than most people. Like even as a child, like we had a girl pass away in our school And I'll never forget this because it made me feel bad because of how I dealt with it. But like everyone was sad. We were young, probably like in elementary school. Everyone's sad. She passed away. And I mean, I was sad too. I knew her. But I am just somebody, I do not like to wallow around in misery no matter what the situation is. So I tried to be lighthearted and like crack jokes and laugh, and everybody got mad as fuck. So now I just try to be very like sensitive when people die around people. I just be quiet. I don't say anything. I just be quiet and kind of like say to myself because I don't want to be, I just, not saying, I feel like this is a situation where it's okay to be a Debbie Downer, honestly, but I just don't like being sad.
Well, it's one of the next questions too that everyone deals with grief differently. So I don't think there's a wrong way or a right way or a good or bad way to deal with death. Like
Yeah.
everyone processes it differently. I can relate to you a little bit with like blocking things out. So for me, friends passing have it started in high school for me. I lost my grandparents a little older, like as an adult. But in high school, my junior year of high school, like one of my classmates that we were doing a play with, like her whole family ended up getting murdered. Yeah, like
What?
one night, like after a rehearsal, it was like a robbery gone wrong. So like, and then even the funeral for that was just traumatic. It was like a
Oh
whole
my
thing.
God.
And then like peers, like I had peers that I had known since like fourth grade, even in high school, like where like their family members were getting like shot and killed and stuff like that. So it wasn't like a direct thing. But then even in college, my good friend from high school, she after college she ended up passing from lupus. Um, I later found out that a guitarist that played for me with my band like passed from suicide. Like I like, had like a lot of friends pass, and then that the one from lupus that was a really close friend of mine, and then another close friend of mine that I was talking about that I knew since fourth grade. He ended up. This was as an adult. Like it was planned where he was going to start managing me because he was just mad popular in Jersey City and he had connections, and we were like, let's just put it together. And then the week before, we were supposed to have a big meeting with all of these artists and all these different collectors I had put together. His car spun out or something. He died in a fucking car accident that weekend, like
What?
right before his birthday.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I think he was actually buried on his birthday.
Oh my
Yeah, his
God.
wake was this guy is so popular, touched so many people that like there was a line around the corner like for a block to even see him at the wake. During his funeral, I was having car issues, but I was like, I'm not missing this funeral. Like my car was stalling and stopping and everything. And I got there a little late. I had to sit in a waiting room and watch the funeral
On
on
a TV?
yes, that's how packed the
I
church
seen that
was.
just now on an episode of Only Murders in the Building.
Oh my god, I watched that episode.
I was like, I did not know funerals get that
Yeah,
packed.
yeah, literally where we had to watch on a television screen. But I've always been worried about seeing. I got to see him, but I don't. I feel like the spirit is gone. Like from it's just the vessel after that, and you
Yeah,
can
I
see.
don't know. I don't think I'm big on like, I only been to probably 3 funerals my whole life.
Oh, good. I don't like
I
them.
don't like funerals. I am not a fan. I don't want to go. Like my grandma's funeral traumatized me so bad. Like I just don't. I feel like I block out. Like the recent funeral I went to was when my uncle passed of COVID, and like that was one of like my close uncles. Like he would always come to my dad's house, and my dad was always close. And I think I probably shed like 2 tears because I promise you guys I'm not the devil. I just try to block that out because I just feel like once I get in that door, I don't know what's going to happen. And like
Yeah.
when my grandma passed, it felt like I didn't cry all that week. I cried when I initially found out. Then that whole week I blocked it out. Then the day of her funeral, it felt like my chest was about to erupt. Like I was crying on the way to the funeral, got to the funeral, I was crying. At the end of the funeral, I was crying. Like I felt like I was crying the whole freaking day. I just wanted to get the process over. And like I like the when I did visit her grave, I was getting emotional, and I just hate crying. I hate being sad. So I think that's bad. Maybe I need to go to therapy.
Well, so
Maybe I should go to
when
therapy.
my grandmother passed, on my father's side, she such a believer in God. Like she died with a smile on her face.
Oh hell no.
Yes.
Oh fuck.
No, but it was so beautiful and
It's
so
so
she looked
scary.
so peaceful. She's the only person that I've seen after the spirit has left the vessel where I've been like her soul was so strong that she still had remnants of her spirit in her vessel still because she was smiling. Like I don't know. And at that funeral, the way my father's side of the family is, like there was just so much love there, and like she passed in her sleep that like on that one I didn't get emotional at the funeral. Like when I found out the news, like I was with like my roommates and I think we were just sitting at the table and I just got the call and like I had the support of them there. And then like I think we ended up smoking and we were freestyling and shit. So I just was getting it all out there. So like but that one I didn't cry as much just because the way she went. But my mother's mother who passed back like in 2021, that one was unexpected.
Mhm.
And like I had lived with her, like she was my guardian for
Oh.
a
Yeah.
minute. So at the funeral, I was surprised. Like I like lost it at the funeral.
Yeah. The
That's so
funeral
fun.
really be the biggest traumatic. Like I cannot. I just and what's crazy is because I worked on cadavers, but these I don't know these people, but it's like
You worked on.
yeah to get my master's, and that's probably
That's
another reason. Like
that's
death does
scary.
not move me. Like even with my job, I've seen some cardiac arrests. I've seen people recently were talking to an hour ago die with an hour later.
But when you say you're training, like for you to, they mentally prepare you for that. So would
No,
you
they
say,
don't.
oh shit?
They don't do
So
no training for, oh, this person's going to come in and die
so we
underneath
got to
your
talk
arms.
about this, Miranda, because
They're not going to train you for that. It's either in you or not.
because I will say that I'm now coming to terms how much I haven't dealt with all the death that's been around me. So I'm trying to embrace it a little bit more because for me, I feel like the way I've blocked it out is I can express myself through music or like
I
through
don't even
scripts,
have a
and I'm
way to
like,
express
exact,
myself.
exact. See, and because what I'm about to say is that me expressing it that way is not even completely all that healthy because it's still theatrics in a certain way. Um, but I realized the way for me to be like, okay, I have to stop blocking this out is that there's good memories that surround all of that, and I've been letting this one thing that happened because even though it's a dramatic thing and it's the we have our beginning and our end, and that's gonna be there, but it's everything in between that's important. So I'm like trying to like, okay, they left, but all of the good stuff that surrounds them, I'm blocking it out because I don't want to deal with the fact that they're gone.
Hmm.
So I'm trying to win back those good memories because I really want them back.
Right.
Um, so that's how I'm trying to get through.
Yeah. Like, I feel like with me, I probably deal with death through memories. Like, I just stand on, I would hope, like, I don't feel like the people that passed away in my family would want us to be sad every day. So, cause like even like my dad's brothers and everybody, like he lost like three of his brothers. And like one of them used to come and stay with us. That's where I got my middle name from. His name was Uncle Lee. He used to stay with us. Then we had Uncle Gene pass, and then recently was Uncle Milton. And like one day I had another brother that passed while they were younger too, because he didn't have a seatbelt on. So that's why he's always fussing at me about wearing my seatbelt, in which I still don't. But I'm sorry. Anyway, but
No, time the fuck out. I'm sorry.
don't have
You
my glasses or
start
contacts in.
where you better start wearing your seatbelt, Miranda. We live in Atlanta. We live in
I
Atlanta. It's
know,
not
and I've
even
been
what
in
you
like
do.
3 car accidents since I've
Exactly.
been here.
You've
I've
been in
only been here for
enough.
3 years.
It's
It's been a
it.
car accident each year, you guys.
It won't even be what you're doing. Someone will just rear end you and make your car flip over 3 times
Yeah,
because they're
I
not
need to
paying
wear
attention.
it. I'm gonna
Wear your
wear it.
seatbelt. You're not too cool for a seatbelt. The
It's
seatbelt
not
will
that I'm
save
too
your
cool. I
life.
be really just going with the vibes. Don't listen to me, yeah. But
I don't wear my seatbelt sometimes because I like going with the vibes. That sounds like the beginning of
a
the.
car accident, I mean, a little bit like a little awareness for prom.
exactly, exactly. That's exactly where I was going. Kids,
but
buckle up.
but no, like so I feel like how I deal with it, I just like remember them in their best spirit. I really think I block out the death part. Like I feel like you are still here, just not your physical being.
Oh,
Like
that
your
sounds healthy as
spirit
shit. You're able
is
to
still
block out the
here.
death.
Like it's like, you know, you die, but you die, your physical being died. Your
Exactly.
spirit is still here somewhere around. Your kids is part of you. Like, you know, you have memories. Now, I may have a different point of view. Like, I've never lost a parent. I know some friends that lost a parent or whatever. I haven't lost a parent, so maybe like I knock on wood, don't want that to happen. But I just feel like if that was to happen, maybe that have a change of view for me. But I still do feel like I just have to push for it. Like, I know my parents would not want me to like live sad
Yeah, I
or
don't
live
know.
in like grief because of them. Like, I don't think nobody who dies, if there is a very messed up person, want you to live in grief after they pass away. Like, they want you to keep going and keep being that same you was when they were here. So
Yeah,
that's how I like to think about it.
I don't know too many people whose parents have passed in their lives. I did in the show that I just was on. In the middle of the rehearsals, one of our castmates lost their dad.
Ooh.
Yeah, and it also another castmate, like when we first started, lost their brother.
Mm.
And man, it's just like everyone grieves differently. But I will tell you, watching them and just the strength that they had for them to still show up, and like I don't know, because I haven't experienced it.
And I just feel like it's just you remembering. I feel like when it comes to things that's very traumatic, I think unless it's just a strong being person or whatever, how I personally would feel is I have to get out and do what I was doing before because me sitting here thinking about it, I might go into the deepest, darkest tunnel and then never go back outside.
Yeah,
So to refrain from that, it's best to keep going. That's how I personally feel. Some
yeah, you're
people
right, because that's what.
definitely aren't strong enough to do that.
Yeah, I mean, it was admirable because I mean, with a smile on their faces, like that energy of like you're saying, like they wouldn't want me to,
Yeah.
like, and them just trekking along. Like I'm just like fucking like some
And
people
then
have it and some people don't.
don't like my thing is, and I don't know because maybe some people call me inconsiderate or whatever, but I do not like when people pass away by people. I just feel like do not ask them if they're okay. I know I don't. I feel like
That's
that's so cliche.
it's
Cause I just do it because I don't want nobody to ask me that. If I lose somebody to be like, "Are you okay?"
it's
You
like
can call me if you need to cry. Like, leave me the fuck alone.
it's one of those things where
I guess it depends on the person.
it depends on a person, but for me, I'm kind of like you. I'd rather, which was weird because even with these people at my cast, the first month was like Zoom, because we're all in different states. So like I'm not like just because of the way I am and what I want. I'm not really with the "Are you okays?" I'd rather just be able to give a person a hug
Give them a hug,
and,
crack a joke.
and just give them my
I just
energy
like to
that
make
way.
people laugh. Honestly, I remember like a good story of the person. Like now we can like talk about my grandma. We can like, and then I'm also a big believer of people coming back to see you in
I
in your dreams.
I'm a believer in that too.
And just recently, my uncle came and visited me, the one that recently passed in my dream. So it made me feel good. Like, oh, you're thinking of me. You can't even stop by today. Like,
What was weird was that like I lost my grandmothers a couple years apart, but then like around COVID, like I was losing uncles and aunts, like aunt that like I grew up with, and like those are always like those always hit differently.
they do because you're just so used to seeing them around at certain family
Yeah,
functions. And I do feel like it never be the same certain time after it's like
no,
someone passes away.
no.
The family just don't be the same.
You realize who the people who are really glue in a kind of way, and it's not to say
And
like
it's
that
always the grandma. Well, I would say definitely on my mom's side.
is a
Our
grandma a
grandma
lot.
is definitely what held it together. Like now, like we used to go on a bunch of like family trips,
Hmm.
like family, like like cousins, aunts, everything. Now it just be like my mom and my siblings. Really, that's
It's
who all that
crazy.
really goes out with us now. But I mean, it's no problem. I love that. That's what I was about to get on too. Like I love that it's kind of growing us closer. Like my brothers and my sisters and everybody, like we're growing closer. So if anything was to happen, we will still have that bond. Like if our mom was to pass, our dad was to pass, we would still, let's knock on wood again, we would still have that bond to still be with each other regardless. Like I'm about to go to my first NFL game with my brothers. I'm like excited.
That's the positive part with death of like matriarchs sometimes or patriarchs and families is that if you let it be something positive to bring you all closer because that there's a void now, that's
Yeah.
beautiful.
And that's why I feel like it's sad sometimes when people pass away and like their kids aren't close. Like I just feel like the whole family dies when they
Yeah.
died.
Yeah. To be honest, in my family, that's certain things where I realize when certain people are gone, I'm like, there might not be any reason for us to really connect. And if we don't choose to connect, then we will just part ways in a way, which is like sad.
Yeah.
But that's kind of what happens when certain people, which is, it shows you what kind of pillar they were.
Right. But now we're gonna talk about celebrity.
Okay, let's talk
I
about
don't
celebrity.
really know. I'm gonna just let you talk. I be feeling like I be sounding so mean, but like
You don't sound
a
mean.
celebrity that never really affected me. Like I'd be like, oh, that's so sad. But like I don't really know you.
Really? Okay. Okay, that's
Like my
interesting.
sister, one of my sisters was like heartbroken over Michael Jackson. You would have thought her Michael Jackson and Kobe, it was a tie. Like you would have thought she grew up with them in the house with them, knew them since kids, how she like
So,
passed out.
like, okay, I will
I
say
would say Kobe death was it wasn't traumatic, but it was sad. Like I wouldn't say I cried. Like I've never cried over a celebrity dying.
Tupac and Michael Jackson.
I'm not laughing at you, but
Tupac. Remember, I was like probably like 7 or 6, but
I
like
love Tupac though.
it,
That's my man.
my father had
When I
me.
go to heaven, me and him getting married. I'm so serious.
My father had me into politics and all of that at a really early age. So like even the rap music that he listened to was militant. So I used to listen to a lot of Tupac songs, but like the ones where he's talking about like Black Panther shit and revolution and us getting our shit together pretty much.
Mhm.
Um, so even when he died, even as a kid, I understood the significance, and I remember like crying. I remember looking out the window and looking out the water after we got the call, and crying. Yeah.
I'm not laughing, but it's
I
the
do.
looking out
I
the
do.
window
Yeah,
crying,
I
not
went.
a
I
movie
did. I
scene.
really did. I remember it. And then Michael. I mean, I as a kid, just like millions of other people out there, I had the glove. I had the hat. I, Jackson 5 Christmas. Michael Jackson. Everything.
Oh my
Michael
god.
Jackson. To the point that when he passed, people called me like a family member died. People were like, "Rome, you good?" Like yes, like this no bullshit. And I don't remember really having a cry over Michael though, because I really
Okay.
wanted to see Michael in person. Like
It was just like a damn type of
yeah, it
thing.
was like
Like
a like damn, like I'm not gonna be able. This is how, like not gonna be able to share my like with my children. Like this is Michael Jackson. Like when he's still
yeah. I mean,
performing
but
and
you
stuff.
still can.
Yeah,
You
which
still
is pretty
can.
cool.
Like that
But
man is his music, like his influence on music is everywhere. Oh look, he's on the wall over there. You guys
mm-hmm.
can't see. But it's like he has an influence in everything. Like I was just watching the
He's on the wall
VMAs.
over there too.
Oh wow. I was just watching the VMAs and I okay, y'all, don't kill me. I just learned about K-pop, which stands for Korean pop. Okay.
That one
Never
I
knew
do.
that was a thing until the VMAs. And one of the performers today and tomorrow, don't know the name of the group, whatever their name is. Sorry, I am not
It's
disrespecting you
like
guys.
12 of them in that group, ain't it?
I don't know, but
They be deep.
it's a lot of them.
It don't be like 4 or 5 like Backstreet
But
Boys.
they were like, you could tell Michael Jackson had an influence
Bro.
on. Why your
Bro, I'm
face
just
look
saying, bro, like it's not surprising. Like, yo,
like they had an influence on them, like the hee hee ha ha's, even the dance moves they were doing on the stage. I
bro,
was like,
don't get me started on
that is
MJ. Look,
definitely
let's
Michael.
talk about Michael Jackson. Check this out. Check this out. When is the last time you seen someone be able to perform in front of packing out stadiums, not just in America, all around
That
the
is
world,
true.
and then people are fainting
Everywhere.
over this man to the point that their security was trained to go lift, like picking people out of the audience. Like he's making people faint. Faint. There will never be another Michael Jackson. There will never
They
be
won't.
someone that can. It. I mean, across the aisle of religion, race,
Yeah.
everything
He brought together a lot of people
through music
through music.
and entertainment.
I don't know what that man had on him, but he definitely did. Now that I think about it.
Another death, Paul Walker from Fast and Furious,
Oh, that was sad.
because just was
But you know what's
unexpected in how he
crazy?
died.
Because I'm so emotional, I cry on movies that's not even emotional, but I don't know why I never cried over it. I think I did cry on the movie that the last Fast and Furious that came out and he wasn't there. That's probably the only celebrity death I probably cried on. Because, in Bernie Mac,
But
I
we don't
didn't
talk about
cry
Bernie enough.
about him. I cried. It's like I cried when Soul Man came out and he died right after that movie, and that's literally my favorite movie. So like after I saw the movie, I did shed like a small tear, like, man, this man is not here no more, but he is just pure comedy. So yeah, I think I
Yeah.
probably cried, but it wasn't like initially after hearing God, but it'll be like after seeing them acting in their last days. Like,
Yeah, it's
damn.
not usually like, oh my god, a celebrity. It's only some, and it's just like the impact. Like Paul Walker, like it just sucked the way he died. It was so like brutal, and then
Yeah.
he was like helping people, and it was in the middle of the movie, and I always follow like the productions, so
Hmm.
I knew that they were on hiatus. I forgot why they ended up going on hiatus, but then there was like a natural disaster, and he ended up helping with that instead. So it's like a bunch of what ifs, and then the car accident, and then like even like Angus Cloud from Euphoria, this past summer,
Oh, that was
25 years old, like
sad. Did
accidental.
you see that it was drug
Yeah, but
related?
it was
That's
accidental. They
so
said it was
crazy.
accidental overdose. That fentanyl. I'm not
I was
taking.
so scared when I got in my car accident and they like said that they were gonna give me fentanyl. I was like, "Can't you die?" They was like, "It's a by dosage." Well, don't hit a bump while putting that in my IV. 'Cause-
I'm not. I don't. If it ain't marijuana, I'm not touching no other kind of drug out there. I'm not
Yeah,
doing
because
it.
I didn't know it was like a medically great thing. Like I thought fentanyl was like some street drug, but
Well, they're
no.
cutting. What they're doing is they're cutting like, I think these people are doing coke. I don't know what else they're cutting it with, but they're cutting it with other drugs, and they're using that. So if you, for instance, with Mac Miller, I think they said five of the pills that he had gotten, like four of them released. So he literally had no chance because he popped like two of them or three, and that's when they talk about the dosage. So like I don't know how it all breaks down, but if you get too much
I'm
of it, it's
not
a wrap.
taking
Nope.
nothing.
Nope.
I just don't even know because even like they're saying now that the marijuana can be laced with fentanyl, but I'm like, you can
Alright.
tell, right? You
That's fine.
can look at it and
I
see.
don't believe that. I don't believe that
How
shit.
is that possible?
I don't believe that. I have. When's the last person you talked to that said, "Man, did you hear about so and so that was smoking that blunt and it was laced with fentanyl and they died"? I've not heard one person tell me that someone's
That's why I'm
died from
like,
marijuana.
I just don't
That's
understand.
some political bullshit. I don't think that I think the hard stuff. So if you're doing the hard stuff, you
Yeah.
couldn't pay me to do hard stuff.
I just want to know what's going on. How high are you trying to be?
If it's all waste, if they're saying a majority of this shit is waste, if you can't take a break,
That's like I just heard about this new. Well, I don't know if it's new. I don't know if it's new. Don't beat me up. But something called GABA. GABA is like an antidepressant that people be taking to get high. I guess it makes you sleepy. But it's like a syrup or something.
I don't know.
I'm just like, it's so much drugs out here.
All I know
If
is
you need to sleep, just take NyQuil, Benadryl,
all I know is
Tylenol PM.
2013 Molly was the best. And you know what? I'm not touching anything that comes in pill form, powder form out this motherfucker. It's green for me.
And then acid, they said they come in tabs that you put on your tongue.
That's why I'm not doing that anymore.
What in the
2013
hell?
acid was the best.
Jerome lived his life in 2013, y'all. Cause I don't know, like
Oh man, psychedelics was my thing, but if it comes in pill form, powder form, a tab, I'm not touching it because
they
I
can
don't know what they're
spray
doing.
anything
I
on
don't know what
there.
they're doing now because all of this back then, we didn't have that much access the way we do with like social media,
Yeah,
so everyone thinks they can do shit. I do not need you in a
making
kitchen cooking up whatever you cooking up. Nope.
adding their own formula. Then
Fuck
put
that.
some cayenne pepper on there
Nope.
to make it taste spicy.
To make it taste spicy.
Oh my god.
Um, all right, we talked about everyone kind of grieving differently. Question number 3: Do you believe in heaven or hell?
I really do though.
Believe it. You're just like, I really do though. You really know what? You believe in
I believe
hell?
in
Do you
both.
believe?
Because I was reading this book. Um, it's by Soldier Slim, I think that's her name. And it's the ending book from Dakota's Winter of. I don't know if the girlies read that book before about this girl. Her name went to Santiago, but in the new book that just came out, basically like as soon as she got out of jail, she got shot, and like in the book I'm reading, it's like her. I don't know if she's like dead or if she's like in a coma, but she's going through phases with it. Long story short, the recent part I just read, she was with the devil, and it made me look at it differently because the devil could be the things that you want in life that are not good in God's eyes. So basically in the scene, she was like she comes to and she comes to and then she goes into like a pit of darkness where she knows she's alive, she can hear her thoughts, but she can't see anything. So basically at this particular scene, like this guy walks up, he got light, and he's like, talking to her, and she's like turned on because it's like her type of man. He's chocolate, he's tall, he's this, he's that. And he comes to rescue her. He's driving her in this car real fast, running, basically saying he like, because then this other lady pops up and he's like, it's his ex-girlfriend, but he's like, she always finds me, we got to get away from her, da, da, da. And then she ends up at his house, and he's like telling her like, take a shower, but don't get too clean because I want to lick the dirt off of you, all type of weird shit like that, right? And like they end up having sex, and she said his tongue felt longer than normal or whatever, blah blah blah. Had sex, right? End of it. And she said then she feels like she's in the corner, and she said she feels like she has no arms and legs, right? Then the lady that was chasing them said that she's about to come and like basically, I guess, help her or whatever, and like blow his house up or whatever, da da da. And then now the lights come on because once again she's still in darkness even at his house, but it's like he has little flames here and there so you can see where you're going, but you still can't see what's around. And so basically the lady like comes, she blows it up. I'm assuming she's like an angel or whatever. And when she like blows the house up with light and she looks in the mirror at herself, because mind you, when you can tell like she's like a spirit or whatever, because everywhere else she's been, she would try to look in the mirror and she could not. Like something would happen right before she can get to a mirror, like because when you're dead you really can't see yourself in the mirror,
Yeah.
so they say. And so when she looked in the mirror, she was a fucking snake. He turned her into a fucking snake. It was the devil. And she was the snake that of the boots she was wearing when she had a jail. She wanted some like red python, like Gucci, like
Oh,
heeled
interesting.
boots. And he fucked her and turned her into a fucking snake.
And
I don't know what else is gonna happen. I think I stopped right there. I was like, this shit is too crazy.
and and you're saying that like you believe in things like that happening depending on whatever your journey was here on Earth when
Yeah,
you.
depending on the sinful things you like, I feel like, um, I definitely do feel like we're near the end of times. But then it's like, I do believe there's a heaven. I definitely do believe that. But I'm tied in between if hell is here or if it's like somewhere else, because some people say that we are in hell right now.
So I know a lot of people's belief on heaven and hell is based in some form of religion. When I took religion in college, I got to learn about a bunch of different religions, and even as a kid, my father is Muslim and my mom is Christian, but most of my, I guess it kind of goes. Well, there's a couple Muslims in my father's family, and then they're mostly Christian. So I had a strange upbringing where like I just kind of embrace everyone's religion and
Mm.
kind of beliefs, and everyone has different beliefs. But if you really, if you just take the lessons from all these religions, you can find common ground in all of them,
I kind of believe that.
without all of the stipulations of it has to be this way. If you just take what the value of it's supposed to be, you can spread that across all of them.
Which I feel like it's just living right by people and yourself, just having a moral compass.
That's literally
That's
it.
why it's like, of course, when people ask, like I do say I'm Christian or whatever, I went to Christian church, Baptist, whatever. But at the end of the day, like all the rules that come with it, it's just so contradicting and biased and
It's just like politics. It
whatever.
creates
Yeah.
division.
And so I really don't get into all of that. I just believe that there is a God and just have a moral compass. You should not be out here robbing, stealing
That's
anyway. You
but
should not be out here robbing, stealing, killing anyway. Like, what is wrong with you?
I,
What would make you think that's fucking okay?
but there's a play called The Christians, and I did a scene from it with a actress where the whole it's a married couple, and in the scene when we start, it's pretty much I've given a sermon at the church that I didn't run past her, and it was the fact that I didn't believe in heaven or hell, the character I was playing, and there's a point of tension because she's like, you never ran that past me, and she's like, I do believe in heaven and hell. Like, and the fact that you don't believe in those things shows me that there's a real disconnect between us because I never, like, what else don't you not believe in that I believe in? And like, for some people, that's a big thing. It's,
Mm-hmm.
I never even actually thought about it because I always, just like you, I believe in like our ancestors and our relatives
And if
being
you
with us all the time.
if you want to go there, we only learn Christianity because we was brought over here by them folks. But
That's
we're just gonna keep on
but if you
that.
just go into the spirituality of it, before, like I've felt people that have passed around me, so I know that there's something after that after this,
Right.
whether it's this form of whatever heaven or hell that you've been taught by whatever religion it is.
It might be like
Um,
Stranger Things,
I
the upside down world.
from you never know. For me, it's easier to believe in heaven though and not believe in the hell part because
Right.
the hell part seems like punishment, and we're all if there's some kind of forgiveness for us all, and then I guess you can get into, well, where do you think all the rapists and murderers go and stuff, and it's like,
They are reborn again to see if they can be a better person. That's what I would think if you thinking of it as Earth being hell.
and if you think about reincarnation in several lives, yeah, that in some way
They might be reborn again as a bear. They don't have to be a human.
so I do believe in that, in that second chance. I don't know if anyone's really dying
And
in
going to hell.
I before I believe in a hell, I would believe in, and it might sound morbid, but there being nothing and there just being darkness, because and I think Tupac said
That's
something
so
like that.
scary, though.
But see, and
Hell being completely dark and not hot,
but
and
but
just a ball of fire,
I
how they
mean
make it seem.
I
I feel like darkness is worse.
that's what I was gonna say. I think that's just the most scariest thing is just darkness. But think about it. Even us, like they say, uh, uh, we beat out like billion other sperm to impregnate the egg and everything.
Mhm.
So even in that fight, now I don't remember that fight, but I don't remember there just being darkness before. You know what I mean?
Oh,
Like,
right.
which
You
is
could turn back into a sperm.
we don't know, but the thought of just darkness, like you said, is scarier and just nothing. And that's an option for after death. Like everything just stops and that's it. But if you believe in spirituality and you felt the presence of people before, I don't feel like I can completely
But
subscribe to
that's the
that.
other thing, though. So, okay. Because then I believe in like paranormal things and
Hmm.
spirits, and you have the good spirits and the bad spirits. And so that's, I don't even know where I was going at. It's just like weird because heaven and hell, but you have spirits here on earth that could be evil, but then you have the good spirits. So it's like, why are the good spirits here?
And
Or is it the bad spirits that became good once they became a spirit, just wandering aimlessly and no
but
one could?
so then I think what's interesting about that is, and I think that's how you get into dimensions and stuff, and that in dimensions that we don't know about, and that's and then even when you talk about like timelines and different lives, like, yeah, it starts to sound like Marvel, like a multiverse kind of thing, but there's just certain things that we don't understand, things that we can't comprehend,
This is
even
what
if you
needs to be researched.
yeah, well, even when they talk about animals, and they're like certain animals see, like, is like they see things sometimes,
Right.
like they some species can see things that we can't see, can hear things that we can't hear. It's just different frequencies, and
Really
we only use
true.
a certain percentage of our brain. So what's to say that we don't know how to turn on to those different frequencies? And when you get into all of that talk, like you're like, someone should be learning about that stuff, and they probably do. But I think a easier way to break that down for the masses to understand it is, but to be like, oh, heaven, hell, purgatory, this, that, and they can just be different planes of existence. And maybe if your soul is a certain way, you end up in different planes.
So it's different levels of heaven.
I mean, think about this. If we all went to heaven, and there's only billions of people that we know of on this earth, how crowded do you think heaven would be? This is the thing, is that people always think, what? So do you think in heaven we'd all just be living equally in luxury? If we could do it in heaven, why can't we do it here on earth? So I think it would be tears to heaven. Someone up there would be like, hey, man, I don't know. You lived this many years. You did this with your life. I mean, you impacted these many people. There would probably be a criteria for heaven as well. How many times did you
Nah,
curse?
well, Tupac said if heaven had a ghetto, I want to be with Tupac at, Lord. So I can meet my man. I'm so serious. Wherever Tupac is.
See, now Tupac painted a great image of what heaven could be. And you know what? For Tupac, heaven probably was like that. I'm still, everyone's still talking about Tupac all these years later. Him and Michael, I think they might be good.
Yeah.
Because I'm sorry, I'm one of those people that don't believe in the allegations against Michael. The FBI investigated him. All these people investigated him. They never found no evidence. They done found evidence in so many other cases. If y'all can bring me to one of these,
I just feel like how people say, like, he didn't have a childhood, so he grew up as a kid.
that's it. And when you have traumas like that, it's easy for people to exploit you. And if we've seen anything, when you have money and power, people will let you be detrimental to yourself. Hey, I mean, he paying the bills and he worth a billy.
Let him
Let
build
him
a music park. Like, let him have a zoo.
let them kids sleep in his bed. He said it's good. Someone should have been like, Michael, I get it, but these people are going to use this against you every time that they can. But also, when you are who you are, and that's the thing,
And
everyone.
that is true. Like, they haven't found anything. And even the guy off of Home Alone, even though he did look horrible,
Macaulay Culkin.
yeah, he still said Michael did anything. And he's been dead and gone. And this man looks like a crackhead now that needs money. He still did not lie.
No, a lot of them, the people who are saying that's changing their stories, need money now, and they think that they can get it out of the Michael Jackson Foundation. And I'm just like,
And I'm just
just
like, if
stop.
he touched kids, don't you think he would have touched his own kids?
And my thing is someone with that much power, and that's the thing, is that people forget, because he had this persona of, oh, I didn't talk like this and shit. But Michael was a cutthroat businessman too. And if you see anything about these men with that much power,
I
are
feel
they
like
letting
his
anybody
voice
tell
was
him anything?
deeper.
Oh, it was deeper. But are they letting them anybody tell him anything? Do you think Michael, even though he put on this persona, do you think Michael was letting niggas tell him, oh, you can't do this?
No.
Hell no.
Do you not know who his dad was? That man's like a switch.
Exactly. You see Kanye, no one could tell Kanye
Nobody
to
can
shut
tell
up.
Kanye
He had to
anything.
lose.
Is Kanye Gemini?
Don't do
Okay,
that.
I'm sorry.
Don't do don't do that. I mean, my moon and sun and all that, my rising is different, but don't do that. All right, I'm on a cusp. I'm a Gemini Cancer. Don't do that to me. All
When's
right.
your birthday?
I'm June 22nd, so I'm
Okay.
technically on the cusp. But Tupac was a Gemini.
Yeah, I know. June 16th.
Now,
Amazing man.
now Kanye though, it took him to lose his billionaire status from him to shut the fuck up. So this,
I still feel like he ain't gonna shut the fuck up. He's
I mean,
still living life, walking barefoot everywhere.
yeah,
That man
but
does
he
not
been
care.
quiet for months. He ain't gonna say
For now,
nothing.
he always go on a little hiatus where he shut the fuck up. He gonna be back. He's going to be back.
I remember when he kept telling people, "Oh, you can't talk to me if you're not a billionaire." And look, he not a billionaire no more.
I mean, the Lord will humble you.
Exactly. And no one is big enough to be humbled. So, but anyways, sorry, I went on a Michael thing.
About? Yeah.
I forgot what
We were talking about
too.
Michael, and he wasn't allowing businessmen to talk to him any kind of way.
But it was something about heaven and hell. But that kind of goes into, do you believe in a spirit? Do you believe in a spirit or soul? I guess those are the same thing.
Yeah,
they?
like I would feel like they're the same thing.
I feel like they're the same thing, and we definitely both believe in it because we talked about it a couple of times.
Yeah, like I'm gonna Google it now.
Google it, because I just feel like
I just feel
like we both don't like going to funerals, but the one thing that I've noticed about funerals and being able to see some of the people I care about in their vessels after they were gone, I can see the light. Like that light, that thing that like made them like spark, you can see the spark is gone. So I know for me that there's some kind of spirit or soul for people.
So, okay.
Talk to me, give it to
It
us.
says your soul speaks of your inner life in relation to your own experience, your mind, heart, will, and imagination. It also includes thoughts, desires, passions, and dreams, but your spirit speaks of the same inner life in relation to God, your faith, hope, love, character, and perseverance.
Hmm. Damn.
So,
Not what you're looking for?
I'm just trying to see how to like differentiate the two. Like, so I guess one is connected to God, and the one is more of a humanity type
Mm.
of thing.
That's interesting because I never really looked. I guess that does make sense.
Now my question is, when you die, do your spirit and soul separate? So maybe
Damn.
it's the so maybe instead of saying evil spirits, it's evil souls that haunt the earth
Because your
because
spirit.
they're in
Wow.
touch with humanity, and your spirit goes to heaven or hell. Can you hear me? Was I too far away?
No, you weren't too far away.
Oh,
That's better though. Well, because if those are different, then there would be different destinations. But then, like you said, like it's split. Are we living? Because I think we do. Because we
like
do
okay.
separate them, soul and spirit. So, but when
I
they,
think of that movie, Scooby Doo, the first one, when they went to
I'm thinking you're gonna say something like
no,
Ghost. She said,
when they went to the amusement park, and he had their souls, and he was throwing their souls into different people's body or whatever. But I think of that as souls, right?
no, that
Because
would be
their
souls.
thoughts and everything.
They have this one thing where you can have your body buried, and they do it in a way where it will sprout into a tree.
Oh yeah,
I
I've
think
seen that before.
that's the most interesting thing
I
for
think
me.
my grandma on my dad's side, well, long story short, yeah, they did that with her, I think, or my aunt's husband, one of the two, but they grew a tree.
That's interesting.
Yeah,
Yeah, see, I'm
I
thinking
don't
about
know if it
that.
was through his body or if they just grew it as a thing, but yeah, they definitely is a tree in remembrance of him.
I donate the organs, but I think the rest of me, I would go, yeah, do that and make a tree. But the way people are out here on Earth, just chopping everything down, I don't even know how long
Yeah,
I'll live.
you're gonna be
They chopped the tree down in front of the house.
you're gonna have to restart again as paper.
That's what happens to my soul.
You're gonna be paper again.
Imagine that's why I try to treat everything delicately. Imagine coming back as paper. That's the worst. You know your lifespan's gonna be like.
Let one thing mess up on that paper, you're getting balled up. You might have a few sheets, but
Well, one thing get messed up, you getting balled up, thrown up.
or
People
you
be
could be
burning
like
paper.
you could be like a table or something.
You can be a blunt.
Maybe like your leaves, but then that wood part is gonna be somebody's furniture or paper or pencil.
So that's kind of cool, though.
Yeah,
In a way, when you think about it.
just donate me to science. Everything. I'm gonna make sure I look good. I'm gonna have my toes and my nails polished. I might even have eyelashes on for y'all.
Just donate
Even though I
everything.
know y'all gonna butcher me up.
Oh my God, you just sound so okay with that.
It's okay. It's for a good reason. I'm gonna make sure. Donate me to science to a HBCU
I
that
love it.
needs cadavers.
Well, we touched on funerals too. Interesting question would be, how would you like your life to be celebrated once you're gone?
I don't even know. I haven't thought that far. I don't even know what I want my wedding to be like. I don't know, honestly.
It's so crazy. I think because of so much death in my life, and especially like this that stigma of, oh, like you're not gonna like
I
black
really
males
don't think
don't.
I would want a funeral. This made me look good. Maybe we can have a wake or something. I don't know. I don't think I would want like an open funeral and people just. I don't know. I honestly don't know.
I don't know. I know that I would want more of a celebration, like
Yeah.
literally like music.
Yeah.
Listen, um,
Have my body in the chair with my legs
don't do
crossed.
that. Don't do that. Did you have you seen
I'm
those
just
videos of
playing.
those people that like they like people are in a club and the body is up in a
Yes. Are
nah,
they having
bro.
on a motorcycle?
Don't even do no creepy shit like that. Y'all might be able to just get away with not even having my body anywhere and just doing the other
Yeah, just
stuff
have a
and
cute
just have a
picture.
picture up and fucking tell some nice stories and listen to some music and everybody fucking mingle. We've had some technical difficulties on our episode back, so if it's a little choppy, apologies. We'll be back in full swing on the next episode, but this was episode 306, Dealing with Death. I am Jay Shuler, and this is...
Myraq.
We're out here in these streets, and we hope you're having a great weekend and a great week, and we'll see you in maybe a week. maybe a...
Hopefully a week. I feel like it's going to be a week for sure.
Alrighty, y'all. Stay black.
See ya.
Peace.